Have you ever been so focused on a goal, so obsessed with getting it perfect, that you started to lose sight of why you began in the first place? It's a trap many of us fall into, this relentless pursuit of mastery. And it reminds me of a story, a tale about a sculptor and the heavy price of perfection. Imagine a man whose world was carved from marble and clay. In his dusty studio, sunlight struggled through grime-caked windows, illuminating half-finished figures that seemed to breathe. He was a master, no doubt about it. His hands knew the language of stone, transforming lifeless blocks into flowing robes, mournful eyes, and joyful smiles. People from all over would come to see his work, whispering about the divine talent he possessed. But a strange thing had happened over the years. The sculptor became a prisoner in his own sanctuary. He stopped taking walks in the forest, no longer noticing the way light filtered through the leaves, a pattern he once desperately tried to replicate in his carvings. He stopped listening to the laughter of children in the market square, a sound that had once inspired the pure joy in the faces of his statues. He even stopped visiting his old friends, their conversations becoming a distraction from the cold, hard logic of his art. His life became a simple, brutal equation: discipline, precision, perfection. Anything that stirred emotion, love, sorrow, wonder was a variable he had to eliminate. Feelings were messy, unpredictable. They got in the way of the perfect line, the flawless curve. He believed that to achieve true mastery, he had to become as cold and unfeeling as the stone he worked with. He was no longer a man creating art. He was a machine executing a function. He spent months on a single piece, a muse he was carving from the finest Carrara marble. He worked day and night, fueled by black coffee and a burning desire to create something flawless. He chiseled and sanded, polished and perfected, until the statue was a testament to his technical skill. It was anatomically perfect, its proportions exact, its finish like silk. But as he stepped back to admire his creation, a hollow feeling echoed in his chest. The statue was beautiful, yes, but it was empty. It had no soul. It was a perfect body with nothing inside. Frustrated, he picked up his tools to start again, to try and force life into it. But his hands wouldn't obey. They felt heavy, clumsy, like blocks of wood. He tried to grip his chisel, but his fingers were stiff, frozen. A cold panic washed over him. The master sculptor, couldn't carve. The connection between his mind, his heart, and his hands had been severed. In his despair, he stumbled out of his studio for the first time in years, blinking against the bright, unfamiliar sun. The world he had ignored for so long rushed in. He saw a young couple sharing a quiet, tender glance. He heard the passionate argument of vendors in the market. He felt the warmth of the sun on his skin and watched a single, brilliant red leaf fall from a tree, dancing on the wind. He saw beauty. Raw, imperfect, vibrant beauty. And in that moment, he understood. The muse he was trying to carve into stone wasn't a goddess from a myth. It was the feeling he got from watching the world live. It was the pulse of life that he had methodically silenced within himself. In his quest for perfection, he had forgotten how to feel. And by forgetting how to feel, he had lost the very thing that made him an artist. His hands weren't frozen by a mysterious ailment. They were frozen by an empty heart. The lesson from our sculptor is a powerful one. Mastery means nothing if you lose the pulse that started it all. Discipline without feeling breeds emptiness. It doesn't matter if you're an artist, an entrepreneur, a scientist, or a student. To create something truly alive, something that resonates and has meaning, you must stay alive inside. You have to keep feeling, keep experiencing, and keep connecting with the beautifully imperfect world around you. Don't let the pursuit of perfection turn you into a statue of your own making. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Stay curious, stay connected, and I'll see you in the next video. Always remember, the surge begins within. Carry it forward.